Another session of Ms. Whitaker's Words of Wisdom. We're going to be dividing fractions. And actually, you can't divide fractions, so you need to pay extra close attention to see what to do. We have 2/3 divided by 1/5. We're going to what I call Kentucky Fried Chicken. We keep, we flip, and we change. You keep the first, you flip the second, and you change to a multiplication sign. You're actually doing a multiplicative inverse. You are multiplying by a reciprocal. If I have 1/5, the reciprocal is 1/5. If I have 2 wholes, I know I write a whole number as over 1. If I want that reciprocal or flip, that's 1/2. So make sure you know how to do your flip or your reciprocal so you can do the multiplicative inverse. I now have kept it, changed it, flipped it, so I'm going to go through and multiply. And I know how to multiply fractions. If not, you need to go back and look at the multiplying fractions video. 2 times 5 is 10. 3 times 1 is 3. Improper fraction, tie bow it, top in, bottom out. I take my remainder. So my answer is 3 wholes and 1/3. Okay, let's do another. Again, I start off with a division problem, but I have to keep it, flip it, change it in order to work it. So I'm going to keep, I'm going to flip, and I'm going to change. On this one, I'm going to show you 2 different ways to do this. I can say 7 times 4 gives me 28, and 10 times 3 gives me 30. Those are both even numbers, so I know I can at least reduce by 2. Ooh, consecutive numbers, I know it won't reduce anymore. But I also could have, and I really highly suggest you learn how to cross-reduce. You look at the numbers that are across from each other. Is there something that will go into 4 that will also go into 10? Yes, 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5. Now multiply what's left on top, multiply what's left on bottom. Most of the time, you're going to get a fraction that you don't have to reduce again. You should still look and see, but it's consecutive, so I know I don't have to reduce anymore. Okay, let's try some mixed numbers and some whole numbers. I have 1 2/3 divided by 2 1/6. Okay, just like on multiplication, you cannot divide mixed numbers. I have to Texas method, which we've talked about before on another video. 1 times 3 is 3, 4, 5. So I have 5/3 divided by 2 times 6 is 12, plus 1 is 13/6. I now have fractions, so I'm going to keep it, flip it, and change it. Again, I can multiply the top, multiply the bottom, then reduce. Me, I'm going to say 3 divided by 3 is 1, 6 divided by 3 is 2. Multiply what's left up top, multiply what's left on bottom, and I don't have to reduce anymore. Okay, let's try another one. Let's do 3 4/7 times 2 4/5. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Oh, wait a minute. Let's make that a division. 25/7 divided by 2 times 5 is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14/5. I have my improper fractions now, so I'm going to keep it. I'm going to flip it, and I'm going to change it. Okay, there is nothing that I can cross-reduce here. I'm gonna have to go over here to the side, and I'm gonna have a really big number, but that happens sometimes. So we just have to be ready for it. Then I have 14 times 7 is 98. Improper fraction, I have to tie bow, top in, bottom out, go through, work that out. I'm not going to take time to do that. I want to show one more that has a whole number. If I have 2 1/4 divided by 6, okay, again, I have to make fractions. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9 over 4, divided by, when I have a whole number, it always goes over 1. Now I'm going to keep it, I'm going to flip it, and I'm going to change it. I could multiply the top, multiply the bottom, then I could reduce, or you can do your cross reducing. 6 divided by 3 is 2, 9 divided by 3 is 3, multiply the top, multiply the bottom, and that will not reduce anymore. Let's do one more with a whole number. And this time let's have the whole number to begin with. So 4 divided by 1 1/5. I have to make my fractions. Whole numbers always go over 1. 1 times 5 is 5, plus 1 is 6. Now I keep it, I flip it, I change it. I can multiply the top, multiply the bottom, then reduce, or 4 divided by 2 is 2, 6 divided by 2 is 3. 2 times 5 is 10. I'm multiplying with what's left over after I reduce. 1 times 3 is 3. Improper fraction, I have to tie bow, top in, bottom out. And again, we know how to do this. We've seen that in our other videos. Hopefully that will help with dividing fractions. Make sure if you're having trouble with the multiplying or the cross reducing, that you go back and you look at how we've done equivalent fractions before, and I believe that'll help you. Good luck.